once again, and today we're going to be taking a look at my chicken farm, which I have done to improve every other design that I have seen in the past. Now, every other design that I've seen in chicken farms relies on this method. Basically, there's a bunch of chickens in here, they lay eggs, they're floating in the water, which is held up by signs, and when they lay the eggs, they all are flowing down into like a corner, and then they get picked up, like so. And that's all good and dandy, and it works actually really great. But the problem is that it causes a lot of CPU, or not really just CPU, but resource intensity, both in the server and the player's computer. So we're gonna try and improve on that. This design is really really simple to build. It's really easy and good for a starter. But once you get set up in the world and you want to make get more eggs for whatever reason, maybe you want to, if you're on a server and you want to have fun with your friend, get a bunch of eggs and spawn a bunch of chickens in his room, then you're gonna need a lot of eggs. And so that system is great, but the problem is, as I said, it creates that lag. Basically, the way the system works is it has chickens as they normally are in their just normal habitat, just laying there on the floor. They're laying their eggs. You can see them here. They're just popping out of them, and that's how that goes. However, every 3 to 4 minutes or so, these pistons will fall down, which will push the water over to this way, pushing the eggs and chickens this way, pushing the eggs into this stream, which will then push them down into all of these chests. Let's take a look at this here. Let's see. This is our timer mechanism. So we need... There we go. Once this becomes empty, the system will activate, given one pulse, which will lengthen this by 11 item movement things. I don't know what to call them. So let's see. Ready? Alright, so now everything's being pushed this way. This is the kind of thing that would actually cause lag. So you're going to get a little bit of lag here for about less than 10 seconds. You're going to get like maybe 8 seconds of lag, pushing everything in there, and then everything gets put into the hoppers and gets down into their chests. So there's 2 other parts to the system that haven't been pointed out yet. First of all is this crusher. Basically, is if the population becomes too high, go ahead and turn that on for a few seconds here. And then that will basically murder a few of the chickens. Not all of them, just a little bit to bring the population down just a bit. You obviously will get these chicken meats, which will go in with the next harvest. This area up here is what I like to call the incubator. Basically, you just, get some baby chickens. And then once you believe that they are fully grown, say I got a bunch of baby chickens in here, once they're fully grown, you can go ahead and you can flip this switch, and they'll all start pouring out, hopefully evenly dividing as much as possible. Now, I say once they're fully grown, and the reason we don't just throw the eggs directly into here is because, unfortunately, baby chickens can actually go through these half slabs, which means that they would actually be dying, or they wouldn't be in the system. Now, not all of them would do this, so I mean, if you really don't want to spend the time to make this, or the resources, you can do this. You'll lose, like, a fourth of them, and they'll come into here, but besides that, you should be fine. And that's completely optional. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to build it, and, yeah. Alright guys, let's begin by building this. What you're going to do is you're going to come up and find the spot that you want your chicken's eggs to be put out at. Basically, all you're going to do is put a hopper into there, and a chest on the end, like so. And that's where your eggs are going to start to filter, and you can do whatever you want. Item filtering, just a chest system, whatever you want to do with that. That's completely up to you. Okay. From there, what you're going to do is you're going to build out 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then what you're going to do is bring this up like so. Okay, you're going to make this 19 long. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, it'll be 8 because this in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 long. Again, we'll go ahead and go 9 wide. And we're only going to go 4 tall. Like so. So basically just begin filling all of this in. Like so. And I'll be right back once this is done filling in. Alrighty, and that's that. You want to fill in all the walls and the floor, don't do the ceiling. Next, I'm come to the center here, which is where your chest is. We're going to break that, and break the entire line here. Go ahead and bring it down one, and close this off at the end there. Okay, bring it all the way back here, like so. And this is where your chest will actually go. Like so. Okay, go ahead and come over here, and go ahead and place, you can actually go ahead and just do this. Place water right there. Alrighty, place this back up like so. Next, bring out some slabs, any kind of slab you really want to, and place them on the top half of this block above the water. Then just go ahead and place your blocks above it like this to separate the two pens. Alrighty, then come over here and find this block, which is the third one out. Go down and bring this down too, so it's floating like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Find the third one, bring it down too, and bring it all the way across. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to come around here, break all these blocks here, and place pistons on the ones we placed below, and then place a piece of sandstone right back above it. Of course, any block. I just said sandstone. Repeat this on the other side. Then sandstone goes back over it. Next, into each one of these, you're going to go ahead and put a repeater, like so. And behind them, obviously, we need redstone. Alrighty, come do that on the other side. Place your repeaters down with your redstone behind it. Alrighty, go ahead and bring your redstone all the way around. Like so. And you will have to make these repeaters so that the signal does not interfere. Alrighty, you can go ahead and actually make that a redstone torch, and we can see that the system's working. Now you can go ahead and fill in that water there. Alrighty, now that is that. Next we're going to do the timer system real quick. So what we'll do is we'll get out our hoppers here, and I'm going to put my hoppers out one, and then like this. Not a big deal where these are placed, just somewhere around this area. Okay, you're going to bring it down beneath them. Comparator into a block on both sides. Then place this along here like this. Place redstone here, and place your sticky pistons here. There's an item in there. They'll extend like so. And then go ahead and just do that. And put a bit more in the system. Like so. And then what we'll do is bring this down one. Into a repeater. Sticky piston here. That goes like that. And then this comes over here. Do two of these on full delay. And then we will bring it into a system here, which is basically going to do this part right here. Not this part, sorry. This part right here, which is the elongation of the whole system. So, what we'll do is have our... Actually, let's bring this out one more. So, we'll put a redstone there, and then put this over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll put this here, put this here, these into each other like so. Put a comparator here, redstone dust here, a torch here. Now what you're going to do is bring this out, and then here we're going to have a block, which will be our, which will be our output. Wait, yes, it will be our output, I'm sorry. Move that. Comparator here, block, that, then that. Now what we do is we come over here, bring this out to, bring this into this, bring this here, and that there. Go ahead and reverse the system real quick, and make sure this is off. 1 sec. Actually, that should be on. Alright, that's fine. Then we're going to go ahead and put 11 items in here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or that's 12, but that's okay. And, that should be it. Actually, these 12 items should go in here. Because they'll eventually just come into here. Alrighty, cool. Yeah, alrighty. Just making sure we had everything working properly. Go ahead and make this a Redstone repeater, that there. Because we need to make this right here. Repeater goes into there, repeater goes here. And the system's going to work properly now. Cool. So basically, well, let's just use a pulse like so. It'll begin transmitting them into here. Once this is done, they'll be allowed to go back into here. Which will be just enough time for all the water to flow in, just as we planned. So if that's as far as you want to go with the system, you're done. If you have chickens, you can go ahead and put them in here. You'll actually want to build this up real quick here. And then you're done. However, you may want a crusher, because they are handy full. Sorry, like that. Like that. Alrighty. If you want to build a crusher, put this here along like this. Redstone in the center. Do this on this side again. Put sandstone here once again. Alrighty. And then you can have your lever right here. That there. There we go. Now the crusher's working. Now the incubator. Okay, what you're going to do is dig out these. Make a little pathway back here. Which is where the water will be. Then make a little canal here. You can then go ahead and place signs right here. And right here. Place your water right here. And that is the splitting device. Now what we have here is these pistons right here. And on top of them goes redstone dust with a lever like so to extend them outward. And we're going to have the walls of our incubator right here. Just enough to, you know, be able to keep them contained. Alrighty. Then the last part is the pistons that actually push them out. So 1 sec here. There we go. Wait. No. Sorry, I gotta break those. There we go. Okay, cool. Like so. These can go ahead and go like this, I believe. Sorry, I'm going off memory a bit here. Are they all pushing out? Yep, alrighty, cool. Sorry about that. Okay, so we bring these out like this. Like that, and now you got your incubator set up. So these will just alternate like so. And that is the entire system. Just make sure you put, I'd say, about 4 stacks of items into each one of these. Four stacks should do you just fine. Alrighty, that is it, and I'm sorry for a little bit of a messed up tutorial. This part was a little bit of a memorization thing, but yeah. Alrighty guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy the video and it did help you, please leave a like and a comment, and if you really liked it, join the royalty today by subscribing. Alrighty, see ya.